If you're a Ford fan, this might be saddening news for you. People have reached the court, and the situation is worse. Ford is facing a number of issues, and if you're planning to go with Ford, well, wait, watch this video first, as you're watching Tech Addicts. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that Ford has a better idea to control the situation it is into. Let's go further and talk about the details of the disaster happening. A proposed class action lawsuit against Ford Motor Company that was filed the previous week argues that the company sold about 3 million vehicles that were outfitted with defective shift cable bushings, which created significant risk of unintended movement and rollaway accidents. According to the 99-page lawsuit, the faulty Hilex shift cable bushings can be found in the following vehicle models: the 2013 through 2019 Ford Escape, the 2013 through 2016 Ford Fusion, the 2013 through 2018 Ford C-Max, the 2013 through 2021 Ford Transit Connect, and the 2015 through 2018 Ford Edge. According to the lawsuit, Ford was aware of the problem for years, yet continued to design, produce, and sell vehicles that contain flawed bushings even after it became aware of the problem. According to the case, Ford was aware of the fault, but actively tried to keep it a secret from customers until July 2018, when it finally started issuing safety recalls one at a time. The purported flaw in the design. In this case, it is explained that shift cable bushings are small yet crucial components that are positioned underneath the hood of a car and connect the gear change with the transmission. According to the information presented in the case, the defective component of the automobile deteriorates with time and detaches itself from the gearbox. This causes the transmission to be in a gear condition that is different from the gear shift position that the driver has selected. According to what is written in the lawsuit, for instance, the transmission might not be in the park position, even though the shifter position indicates that the car has changed to the park position. Because the driver will not receive a warning message or an audible chime notifying him or her that the vehicle is not in the correct gear, this is very risky. As a consequence of this, the complaint states that it is possible for automobiles to keep moving, even after the driver has exited the vehicle, despite the fact that the driver has every reason to believe that the vehicle is in park. According to another scenario described in the lawsuit, a motorist who puts their vehicle in park while waiting at a red light runs the risk of rolling into oncoming traffic by accident. In the complaint, it is emphasized that any movement that is not intended might cause damage to property and can lead to catastrophic crashes that could result in life-threatening injuries to drivers and bystanders. According to the findings of a study that was conducted in 2022 by the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration, or NHTSA, rollaway is responsible for the deaths of 144 persons and the injuries of 1,886 non-occupants each year. According to the filing, the risks posed by the defect do not align with Ford's practically unavoidable, safety-based marketing messages, which have been published for decades and state that drivers can have peace of mind because its cars are built Ford tough. It's a similar vein, a marketing campaign that was run in 2014 for the Ford Escape, which at the same time was the company's best-selling vehicle outside its F-Series pickup trucks, highlighted the Ford Escape's top-of-the-line safety features, such as advanced safety protection, which Ford claimed would assist the driver in avoiding a collision. The case relays this information, and in spite of this, the complaint claims that the defective bushing affects 1.7 million of the 4 million Ford Escapes that have been sold up until this point. Two buyers from the states of New York and Illinois have filed a lawsuit against Ford because they claim that the ads for the Ford Escape misled them into believing the vehicle was reliable and secure. According to the lawsuit, the buyers say that they would not have purchased their 2017 and 2014 Ford Escapes if they had realized the automobiles were built with faulty shift cable bushings as standard equipment. According to the lawsuit, Ford was fully aware of this flaw. The lawsuit claims that Ford was aware of the problem well before it started issuing recalls, despite the fact that the company was required by law to file a report with the NHTSA within 5 days of discovering any safety-related defects in its vehicles. The lawsuit claims that Ford, as an experienced manufacturer, should have been able to detect the defective shift cable bushings during the extensive pre-sale durability testing that it conducts in order to ensure that incoming components are free from flaws. According to this complaint, Ford puts both prototype and pre-production vehicles through a total durability cycle test designed to replicate the wear and tear of 10 years of driving and a full vehicle corrosion test that ensures the products can withstand specific environmental conditions. According to the lawsuit, Ford did not issue its first recall of more than 500,000 vehicles suffering from the bushing flaw until July 2018. The affected vehicles were the 2013 through 14 Ford Escape and the 2013 through 16 Ford Fusion. According to the petition, the recall was only for a small percentage of the vehicles that were impacted. According to the accusations made in the complaint, rather than immediately recalling all vehicles that were affected, Ford decided to take its time disclosing the full scope of the flaw by issuing 4 more recalls in the months of May 2019, May 2021, April 2022, and June 2022. According to the case, the majority of the responsibility falls on drivers. Even after more than 4 years of recalls and investigations, the lawsuit claims that Ford has not yet found a solution to the problem or determined what caused it. The case contends that the company has resorted to temporary band-aid solutions, such as replacing the defective bushings with new ones that reportedly disintegrate within 3 years, or installing a cap over the bushings that does little to fix the actual defect in the bushings. According to the complaint, even though Ford has warned dealerships not to demonstrate or deliver any new in-stock vehicles involved in the June 2022 recall until they replace the transmission shifter cable bushing and protective cap, the automaker has not instructed customers to stop driving their cars despite potential safety risks. According to the filing, Ford is accused of adding insult to injury by refusing to reimburse customers for rental expenses while they wait for repairs and forcing customers to pay out of pocket any expenses related to damages caused by the defect. According to the lawsuit, an NHTSA complaint that was filed in August 2022 by the owner of a 2014 Ford Escape exemplifies the considerable burden that Ford has put onto its customers. Quote, "During the trip home from work with my son, the gearbox shifter cable bushing on my car broke, leaving me stranded 96 miles from my house. To get it towed back home, I had to pay $450. Ford does not have any parts to fix my vehicle, therefore they can only recommend that I hire a car until November. This means that I'm unable to drive my vehicle. Because I am a single mother and a teacher, and because classes start back up in 2 weeks, I'm unable to pay for this." So who does the investigation intend to look into covering? The class action complaint seeks to represent all individuals in the United States who bought or leased a 2013 through 19 Ford Escape, 2013 through 16 Fusion, 2013 through 18 C-Max, 2013 through 21 Ford Transit Connect, or 2015 through 2018 Ford Edge between the years of 2013 through 2019. Lincoln Aviators and Corsairs make up the entirety of Ford's 101,000 vehicle recall. There is a possibility that the safety belt warning system will malfunction. Well, quality is job one, and that's all for this video. We'll be right back with more such amazing videos. If you want to watch more, don't forget to like this one and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.